Being a vegan,
Mm-mm.
that's you.
That's
Being a yogi, that's you. I mean, yogini, that's you. Do you feel like it's harder to be what you aspire to be, being in Borneo as compared to other places, or does it make it easier being in Borneo?
So my answer is I think it depends on how you look at it,
Mm.
right? So I think doing yoga in Borneo is perfect
Mm-mm.
because firstly, what is yoga, right? Yoga is, for me at least, is coming back to the present moment, coming back to my childlike joy and childlike self, which first I grew up here, so automatically like this is where I feel like my childly self, if that even is a word. And Borneo is so close to nature, so I don't even have to do the yoga posture to just go in the nature and I'm just present, you know? That being said, looking at it the other way, earning money as a yoga teacher in Kuching, probably compared to some place like KL, there's much more potential for earning. But for me, I don't look too much at a money wise. Like for me, it's enough to make enough money to rent my house, to have groceries, but I wouldn't sacrifice more income for my well-being.
I see.
And I've lived in big cities like KL, and I can say that my nervous system is so crazy over there, you know, because the noise pollution, the air, the food, you know, we're so lucky we can go to the farmer's market and get cheap, fresh food, you know,
Or make your own.
or grow my own, exactly. And this place that I'm living in right now is like half the price of any condo or apartment in KL, you know? And after I've been living like this, I don't think I could ever sacrifice it. You know, I don't think any money in the world would make me move to another place because I know that I wouldn't sacrifice my mental health. Yeah. So in that way, I think Borneo, Sarawak is much better for me.
Being vegan is even less in Borneo
Oh yeah,
because of the
no.
variety of food and all here. So it's such a foreign idea to most people.
Yeah, that's true. I was thinking that as well before I was vegan, but then once you become something like you don't eat meat or something, you start to see it everywhere. And we have a huge Buddhist population here,
I see.
so actually there's so many affordable and cheap vegan food, which I never even thought about because my mind before I was vegan was only focused on meat from proteins, you know. We're blessed with like an abundance of vegetables, so we can get so many vitamins and minerals that, you know, Western vegans is maybe a bit more expensive for them to be vegan in Europe.
Have our own way here.
Exactly. Sometimes even though Borneo is huge, it can be quite limited in terms of meeting people and knowledge. That's the only two things. Like that's why I do travel, because I want to enhance my knowledge, whether it's in yoga or gardening or farming. There's so much more like workshops in KL, which that's the pro and con of a big city. You know,
if you've lived in Kuching for about a year or a year and a half, you've pretty much seen everybody.
Exactly.
Already.
Exactly. Like you're not gonna see any new people. Like maybe here and there, but rarely. But it can also be quite nice.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the person.
Same.
But I think a lot of people can't stand this lifestyle. Like they cannot. Like after a few months, they're like, okay, bye bye. Especially if you grew up in the city, this is way too slow paced for you. You know. But I like it. Maybe as a teenager, I was like, I want to get out, I want to see the world. But then after I come back, I was like, man, this is so peaceful.
As peaceful as this.
Exactly.
I can feel my neck now.